The Telegraph, Keir Starmer taking a chance to prove that he has a bit of personality, Josh, and fluffing it, from what I can gather.
Well, I mean, it's pretty pathetic. So Keir Starmer says he was a bit of a lad because he once got detention. Whoop-de-doo.
Didn't run through a wheat field.
Yeah, exactly. I think this was getting into a fight behind the school sheds. Lord Cooper, who also went to the same school, said that actually Keir Starmer wasn't the person at school that we all know of.
Right.
He was very sporty and very musical, so he sounds like a bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah, Billy Elliot.
Well, I was thinking more Oz in American Pie.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
And then, Keir Starmer says, he doesn't remember what he was fighting or whatever. He's 60 now, which he looks pretty good, actually, I think.
I think he looks fine for 60. And I will say, I don't really mind that he's boring. I think it does annoy me, we're going to come onto it later, that he struggles to speak obvious truths. But he isn't... I don't mind boring prime ministers. I mean, we've all probably had enough...
Well, you're in luck, because we've got two boring candidates now. I mean, this idea that he was fighting, I've seen him hitting a punch bag in one of his campaigns. It was so poor. I questioned whether this fight happened.
But he's not saying it was a
he'd have got
fight.
Absolutely battered.
He probably did.
So bad. He looked like he'd never seen a punch bag. He looked like an alien encountering a punch bag for the first time. It was very, very bad.
But he wears those Ben Sherman shirts, polo shirt, like, done up at the neck. He looks like, for me, he looks like a sort of city worker who's also a football hooligan.
Yeah, right.
It's the Jeff Norcott look, isn't it?
It is the Jeff. He's probably star-biting from
Jeff. He's going to leave a card on people's battered corpses after you've been visited by the Starmer gang.
By the Keir.
No, I don't mind that at all. It reminds me a little bit of the Feds when they dress up in order to
fit in. Undercover. He's undercover as a human being. Yeah.
But there's different kinds of boring, aren't there? I mean, probably, I don't know, Harold Wilson used to sort of try and appear a bit boring, but he was quite dynamic in terms of the plans he had for the country, but he would still walk around in a drab beige coat. I think there's a bit of confusion, isn't there, in terms of, maybe Boris Johnson has created that for us, the idea that...
Do you get, like, one exciting one, and then one boring, like Blair was more charisma, Brown was boring, Major was boring after Thatcher, but now we've had Boris less boring, but then does Truss even count? Does she just...
Are we using the word boring as a euphemism for not sexy, maybe, or something like that?
Just not charismatic and not good at speaking and stuff.
Well, speaking of which...